Here we are arriving at Wildwood Park, site of the new National Disc Golf Center just north of Augusta, Georgia. This is Chuck Kennedy, one of the designers selected to help develop the disc golf courses at our new national headquarters. We're going to go on a preview tour where you can see highlights of our future home before any development occurs. You'll be able to see the challenges and opportunities for everyone involved in turning this into a world-class facility for all disc golfers. We're coming down the entrance drive to our facility, where I'll hop in the car and take you the rest of the way. The driving range and south course, to be designed by John Houck, are on your left, and the east course is on your right. Tom Monroe and I are designing the north course, which you'll see a little later. As we enter our future headquarters area, you'll see the construction trailer on the right, which is loaned to us during development, and the open shelter with picnic tables. Take a good look at this open space because it's all we have to start with. We'll have to make our own open spaces on the courses, which start out completely wooded. Hey, that's me with my GPS system taking readings so we can determine distances in some of the densely wooded areas with lots of brush. First, I'm going to show you what the designers see by panning the camera 360 degrees around the position on the map marked with a star. It's right between the north and east courses, about halfway toward the lake from our headquarters open area. As I start to pan pointing east, it ranges from about 250 to 350 feet to the lake as I turn counterclockwise toward the north. Both the north and east courses have some shoreline in this area for several holes. The shoreline continues all the way around to the west, where there's a nifty inlet we'll try to use for a spectacular hole. As I continue to move, we're aiming south up the hill toward the headquarters area. The ground foliage isn't too dense in this area, with mostly large southern pines and oak trees of various sizes to deal with. Next, we'll take a look at some holes on the east course to be designed by Jim Kenner, head of Discraft and donor of the Chain Star baskets for this course. This hole might run about 250 to 280 feet with 140 feet of water to cross right off the tee. For now, the water is blocked from view by the bushes. Here we have an anhyzer over the water, or a safer route to the right. This might be the signature hole of the east course. We're looking back from the pin location along the creek bed. This will likely be your third shot on this par 5 hole. I can only show you back to where mid-flight of your second shot will hopefully be due to the density of the forest back to the tee. We're looking back from the pin on the hole that will likely be either 18 or 9 on the east course. It's a par 4 that swoops down the ravine and across the gully, then rises back up past the old archery kiosk. This property used to be an extensive archery complex. That has been real helpful because it provides some already cleared fairway routes for us. There are interesting rock formations everywhere. This early hole on the north course is a nice easy downhill toss to the short pin, perched on a rock formation for nice aesthetics and potentially a putting challenge. This elevated tee will have a spectacular view and heroic hyzer tee shot out over the water once some trees are removed. This is looking back from the long pin on the peninsula on this same hole. This long pin placement might also be shared by another hole coming east along the shoreline toward this same peninsula. This stake marking the pin is on a rock outcropping perched just above the creek bed. I think this will be one of the most picturesque holes on the north course. Well, that's our quick walkthrough as we head back across the open area, which will soon contain a skill shot course set up by Harold Duvall. Make sure to thank Brian Graham for the time he spent helping us get this mecca underway. Next, we'll head down the road to our temporary headquarters where Executive Director Brian Honegger and Administrator Lori Gibson will be located later this year. This was a former ranger station that the Columbia County Parks people have renovated for our use. This peninsula area is well developed with beaches, volleyball court, restrooms, and picnic areas. It was difficult to see the beautiful lake from the woods, so here's a better view from the boat ramp looking back along the shore of the east course, and then we're panning toward the shoreline of the north course. The peninsula for the spectacular hole on the north course can be seen in the distance. Hope you are getting as excited as I am to get this show on the road and get our new home up and running. Our thanks to Discraft, DGA, and Innova for their basket donations. See you in Augusta!